Hi, Darren Hanger. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with another video. This time I want to talk to you about the world's smallest Transformers and the Just Toys figures. And I'm going to talk to you about a few of these. I don't have a complete collection because I never went after these. And there's a really interesting story about how I even acquired any of these or all of these except for the gift box set. And I went ahead and bought a third-party Hercules Devastator long time ago off a guy, and he customized it. And long story short, before the other Combiner Wars Debbie came out, he said he wanted his Hercules back, and I said, sure thing. I'll sell it to you for what you sold to me for, but I want to go ahead and get a couple of your world's smallest Transformers so I can check them out. So he gave me all of his and paid me what he paid for his Hercules, which I didn't like Hercules at all. I thought it was too small, and I did not like it at all. So I was happy in the deal. But to get these for free, it was really nice. And he has some Just Toys in there. So Just Toys is actually a little bit bigger. So I'm going to get into talking about each of these individually and then an overall shot. So let's first talk about this Optimus Prime. First of all, the way he transforms is, look how tiny he is. He transforms is interesting because although it looks bigger here and bulkier in the stomach, he has his hands integrated. So, which should have happened in the first figure. But his legs don't slide out. There's no slide out. It just literally folds. There's a mechanism in a G1 where it goes together, and then once you open it up, it slides out. So, I mean, the difference between this and the G1 are actually great. The G1 is actually a better built figure. Looks better. But we're talking world's smallest Transformers. Now, if you stay till the end here, I'm going to tell you how Hasbro can make a lot of money doing this if they re-release these. So next up, we're going to talk about Blaster. It transforms exactly the same as the G1, except the arms itself don't flip around. They just slide in and out. There's no flip around on it. And the hands don't slide out. They flip out. But it's kind of a catch-22. And this and Soundwave have small tapes with it. And the tapes transform themselves. And let's just say I've never really transformed these, so we're doing it ourselves. And oh gosh, just what I thought. They wouldn't hold together very well. So here's the transformed version of Soundwave's, was it Night Beat? Whatever. I forgot the orange, yellowish, tiger-looking thing. But yeah, it transforms. This one's missing its tail. Size comparison to the actual Blaster. Let's go way back. Size comparison to Blaster barely takes up his foot. Coolest part about this Blaster that's world's smallest Transformer is the G1 Optimus Prime can like hold it and jam to a boombox. Yeah. Transformers! So next thing I want to talk about is Prime's trailer, and the trailer itself is actually pretty cool. I mean, it looks like it fits the bill. It's the trailer. There's no Autobot insignia on that side. This side has one, but this side, oh, there it is. And then there's a hitch. And it's a super simple transformation. And then there's something really cool is that you have a roller with an extra gun. So you have two guns with this model, and it's kind of cool. And then all the other, things that go with that. Next up, we have good old Megatron himself behind Megatron himself. So that's kind of how you tell the size difference. World's smallest Transformers. So this guy falls apart at every chance he's got. Basically, what happens is the arms pop off. The chest pops off. Everything pops off. And he's obviously the G1 toy's not the greatest, but this thing sucks. It falls apart. But when it transforms, you can throw it in any MP figure's hand, more or less. That's a full-size MP, like MP10 or whatever. And you can have a Megatron. But the problem is the one I got And here's the packaging with it. Didn't come with like the silencer and stuff. Like I kind of would like to have had the silencer and all that. Turn it into an actual Megatron to transform. What would have made the world's smallest transformer Megatron would be like you have an MP guy, and then you say let's transform him, but not transform MP36 and just put this dude simplified into his hand. That would have been cool. But anyway, he transforms almost exactly the same. There's a slight modification, which is just the way the barrel and things work. But it's probably the closest I've seen on the world's smallest transformers. And this is the size comparison again. Megs. Smallest Megs. Next I want to talk to you about Soundwave. Soundwave, this actually was the easiest of all of them, but his hand couldn't hold his gun. Now his shoulder held one of the batteries that turns into guns, and his little battery compartment cover keeps falling off. But I think this is probably the best of these because he is pretty solid. He himself doesn't fall apart. It's just his actual pieces fall apart. And yes, inside him he has another figure. And I'm gonna go ahead and not transform Ravage because I'm afraid the pieces will fly off and I'll lose a tail like I did on Ramhorn or whatever that night stick beat, whatever. But anyway, here he is compared to a full-size one. Oh gosh. Soundwave. World's smallest Soundwave. And then this guy's Legend side almost. It's the one that came with the human shell thing, whatever that was in G1. I don't really collect those, but I got a thing for Soundwave. So anyway, this guy's pretty cool. Next up, I'm going to talk about this Grimlock. And as you noticed, I haven't really transformed any of these yet. This is the first Just a Toys. Just a Toys is slightly bigger. When I say slightly bigger, it almost makes sense that the Dinobots fit this scale, because I could see a Dinobot being this much bigger than Optimus Prime. And so Just a Toys did their world's smallest Transformers, but did a better, more solid feeling figures, in my opinion. And, you know, it's just a usual G1 transformation. So, I mean, and G1 transformations are so simple that on camera it's just like, duh. Until this one piece doesn't want to go all the way up. Now, I don't want to break it, of course, but here he is. And I'll have a comparison to his robot mode here in just a second. Why is it not? It's not sliding in place the same as I would expect it to. But anyway, that's Grimlock. Let's compare him to his robot mode. Robot mode of Grimlock. Just Toys robot mode of Grimlock. And then Optimus Prime next to Grimlock. That's not too far out, in my opinion. So like Just a Toys really did a big thing with the Dinobots. And Dinobots are bigger, more powerful, and all that stuff. So I don't see that as bad. Now this is the gift set that has all the Dinobots in it. So you're going to see Sludge and Grimlock and all of them. And then this Grimlock is actually they're all more shiny. This is like the gift set version. I'm not going to take them out because it doesn't make sense. But they're, you know, the Grimlock's the same size as the other Grimlocks, so you can kind of see. They did a whole set. All right, so 2 more points here. Real quick, I got a Blitzwing with his gun. And is it Blitzwing? That's Astrotrain. Astrotrain with his gun. And he looks okay. I mean, I've never transformed or messed with him. He literally came as a robot, and I lived from his robot. The last point I want to make is how can we do this in the future? Like, how can we make world's smallest Transformers? Like, this big and this well. Or this big and this well. For a price point that A, the company making it, Hasbro, is going to make profit. And B, the consumer is not going to feel like they're getting robbed for $20 each. Here's how. There's this constructs thing. And I'm tired of looking at this faker guy, which won't sell. And so I bought him for $4. I guess he was on clearance or something. So for $4, he didn't sell. But look at him next to like an Optimus Prime. So yes, there's almost the same number of parts and pieces that go into this, that go into that. And for $5, I think these would sell not just well, but extremely well. And when Hasbro, you know, does their usual preview of my channel to say what should our future product lines look like, they're going to see this and they're going to say, again, we must follow the titanium hanger and do what he says. I mean, because it seems like that's what they did with going back to 2012. So keep looking at my page and my channel and keep taking ideas from me. I'm giving it to you for free. I'm not going to charge you $1 million or $2 million or $1 billion because guess what? I'm a nice guy. Titanium hanger out.